Hi, third grade. Welcome to your language arts lesson for Monday. Today, you are going to need a pencil, your workshop, and your writing notebook because we're going to be talking about the essential question for this week. I'm going to do a read aloud with you, and we're going to go over main idea and key details. Then we'll talk about homework. Okay, make sure you have these items on your desk and let's get started. Okay, you have your vocabulary and spelling lists at home with you. This is Unit 1, Week 5. It's the last week of our unit, so make sure you're studying and reading through your vocabulary and spelling words on your own. Our essential question today is in orange. Let's read it together. How do landmarks help us understand our country's story? Now, this green question is going to be your homework for this week. How do landmarks in Pohang help us understand Korea's story? So, a landmark is like a statue. I can think of one really interesting statue that is at Bukbu Beach or Yeongildae Beach, and it's a famous Korean person. Do you know which one I'm talking about? There are lots of special landmarks in Pohang. I want you to talk to your parents and maybe you guys can go explore some of those this week. Now, of course, I want you to be safe. You need to go with an adult or a parent. You need to wear a mask, wash your hands, and try to avoid big crowds of people. Okay? All right, now we're going to listen to reading. Our story this week is called A Natural Beauty. This is a landmark in America. So open your workshop to page 86 and 87 and follow along as we listen to the reading.
A Natural Beauty. It is a famous landmark in the United States, and it's huge. It is 1 mile deep and 10 miles wide. It was carved out of rock by the Colorado River. It stretches across parts of 4 states. What is it? It's the Grand Canyon. Exploring the Canyon. Many tourists visit the Grand Canyon. In fact, almost 5 million people take a trip to this national treasure each year. People come from around the world to hike the dusty trails. They take boat rides down the Colorado River. They gaze across miles of massive red and brown cliffs. Nature lovers visit the Grand Canyon too. They come to look for animals. They peek at the hundreds of different kinds of plants. They may spot eagles and see mountain lions. They may spy snakes and spiders, and some may even see bats. Some visitors also come to learn about the canyon's history.
History of the Canyon. Explorers from Europe first saw the Grand Canyon in 1540. But Native Americans were the first people to explore the Grand Canyon. Groups of Native Americans settled there long before 1540. One group was the ancestral Puebloans. They lived in the canyon for more than 1,000 years. They were farmers and hunters. Scientists have found traces or parts of their old homes still standing. Scientists have also found ancient rocks in the Grand Canyon. These rocks are some of the oldest in the world. They are clues to how the canyon was formed. Some scientists look for clues about the people who lived there. They have found tools and pieces of pottery. Map. A great big park. This map shows where the Grand Canyon is located. Map key. Circle. City.
It's a landmark. President Theodore Roosevelt visited the Grand Canyon in 1903. He saw how beautiful it was. He said it was a special place. As a result, he made it a national monument. Then in 1919, the Grand Canyon was declared a national park. That means the land is protected. No one can build homes on it. The Grand Canyon is a place all Americans can enjoy. Protect the canyon. It is important for people to take care of national landmarks. We can do our part by following the rules when we visit. Animals and wildlife are safe there and should not be touched. Rivers must be kept clean. There is still a lot to learn about this beautiful landmark. It is important that we protect it. Bighorn sheep live in the Grand Canyon.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that story. I actually learned a lot about the Grand Canyon that I didn't know. I have never been there, but I really want to go. Do you want to go too? Let's go together. Okay, main idea and key details. Please open your writing notebook to a blank page, and I want you to copy this title, Main Idea and Key Details. Pause your video and do that now. Okay, now the main idea is the most important point that the author makes about a topic, and the key details tell about the main idea. Please copy this sentence into your writing notebook underneath your title. The main idea is the most important idea. And this sentence, key details give important information to help us understand the main idea. So please write down these two sentences that I paraphrased, the main idea and key details. Pause your video if you need more time. Okay, now if you look in your workshop, this picture here is from page 91. There is some blank spaces that we need to fill in. Now, this says, reread. Find more key details about why people visit the Grand Canyon. List them in your graphic organizer, then use the details to figure out the main idea. Well, I want you to turn the page in your writing notebook and please copy down this picture. You should have 4 long rectangles. 2 of them are already finished, as you can see here. Okay, let me move. Oh my goodness. Okay, so please copy these sentences now. People hike the trails and take boat rides down the river. They like to gaze across the massive red and brown cliffs. Now, we got a big hint about what the main idea is from our book. Find more key details about why people visit the Grand Canyon. That's our main idea. Why people visit the Grand Canyon? Well, they like to hike trails. They take boat rides down the river. They like to gaze across the massive red and brown cliffs. Can you find one more detail? Pause your video and let's see if our details match. Okay, I hope you found one more detail in your book about why people visit the Grand Canyon. Did you write down that they come to look for animals and plants? Now, there is more than one right answer. This is just the answer that I found. So if you found something different, that's okay. So if you look at this graphic organizer, you can see how every detail helps us understand why people visit the Grand Canyon. Now, your homework tonight is to make another graphic organizer, and you have to find 3 details in your story that tell more about why the Grand Canyon is very old. The main idea is that the Grand Canyon is very old. The 3 details need to help us understand that the Grand Canyon is very old. Don't do this now. This is for homework tonight. I want you to do this in your writing notebook. Make 4 long rectangles and copy me exactly. Now, of course, there are more than just 3 right answers. Read carefully, Find which ones you think are the best answers. Okay, so just to go over our homework one more time. Dojo portfolio assignment, finish the main idea and key detail graphic organizer that we just talked about, and explore Pohang. How do landmarks in Pohang help us understand Korea's story? One more time, I want to make sure that you understand the second assignment. You may not go out by yourself. You need to wear a mask, and you shouldn't go places where there's a lot of people. We need to be careful, and we need to make sure that we are respecting other people by respecting our country and not going in places where there's lots of people. So, talk to your mom and dad. You also, if your mom and dad want to do it this way, you can research things on the internet and find pictures. So, I will tell you more about this assignment tomorrow. You have nothing to turn in today, but I want you to start thinking about exploring Pohang. Okay, work on your graphic organizer, and we will come back and talk more about these things on Tuesday. Bye, third grade. I'm so proud of you. Wash your hands. Bye. Oh, of course, Tong Tong has been sitting here this whole time watching me. Oh, it's my snack. And he wanted to come say hi. So Tong Tong says hi, and he was really happy to Zoom with you, and we're going to Zoom again soon. So you guys have a good week, and I'll see you tomorrow for our language arts lesson. Bye.